Alright, so this is something I've wanted to do for a little bit of time. And what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be starting EVE Online from complete scratch. This isn't something I've really sat down and tried to come up with some sort of optimal strategy for, because I think that ruins just a little bit of the fun of it. But what we are going to do is just create a new character and go through the early stages of the game as they happen. And yeah, we'll see what that's like, I guess. It's been a long time since I've been through the tutorial. Last time I went through was in like 2016. So it'll be fun to see what's changed. We're going to start with the Galante because I like the Galante the best of all the races. Drones are pretty great. No real reason though. You can actually pick any race and it will give you the exact same ability to go into whatever skills. I think it's like a day's difference between the races, which is not much in the grand scheme of things, at least in terms of EVE grand scheme of things. What sub-race to be though? I think we'll just go for the Antaki. Why not? Pod people are cool. I guess the question is, do I be a monstrosity or not? I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna cycle through a few faces though. That's pretty good. We're gonna... I've never been good at actually making a character. That's the worst part. Like, there are some people who can make proper like works of art with this engine, and I just, oof, not that great at it. Not good at it at all. But we're gonna have a little fiddle because it's fun too. Jesus, she's got horrible resting bitch face syndrome. Oh well. Might actually just re-roll that. Yeah, I've ruined that face. It's a good look though. There we go. That's a good one. We're gonna shift that around though. Let's go for some. Nice. I don't like blonde dreads, so we'll go so more fantastical. Now it just looks like a female Jin. Fine, I'm okay with that. Probably once. Oh yeah, let's go some piercings. Why not? This is the most dangerous part of the game. You can spend like hours doing this if you really want to. I'm gonna try and avoid doing that though. That'll do for now. Oh, face tattoos though. Hell yeah! Alright, there we go. That's good enough. This is going to be our character. Now I see there's a couple of viewers in the chat. Do either of you guys have suggestions for what we're going to name this kind of a monstrosity? Because I've not got a clue. Don't want to name them something to do with Jin. There we go, that one's good. I like that. These are the things I think that actually determine what extra skills you get. So that'll do. I don't remember what they actually do specifically offhand. Oh, I got caps lock on. There we go. Is that available? Hell yeah. So we're going to go into the game as stale bong water because I'm a child who has only one sense of humour. So let's see what the tutorial's like, I suppose. Oh, also I've re-enabled the OG Eve soundtrack because you can do that, which is great. Oh god. Right. Sure. Investigate a distress sequence. Oh, they've all walked away. Things blown up. Cool, we'll go towards that. Right. We'll turn our afterburner. That makes us go faster. I'm sure this is all pretty basic stuff for people who are used to Eve, but you never know. So you can click on that in your just in space and just approach it. You also use this menu, which we're going to make a little bigger because that is way too small on my screen. I'm surprised they don't teach you how to move all this stuff. Right. Ship's overview. Cool. And just on cue, there's our first enemy to kill. Awesome. What's the range on this? Okay. So we're a relatively short-ranged ship right now. We only have about a couple of thousand meters of range. Yeah, not much to this segment. You're just trying to get through the very, very early parts of it. Just shooting people. You can also use your keyboard, by the way. You don't have to click on stuff with the mouse like I'm doing. If you press F1 or F2, that'll activate the appropriate thing. I'm going to look inside the wreck. Alright, now it wants us to move away. We can do that, but looting is always important. Just hit the loot all button, puts in our cargo, done. We can actually bring that up permanently. Let's do that now. So this is our cargo. This will tell us how much we've got in there. You can also move this around. You can also move it up to the top if you really want to, but I tried doing that for a while and it just really tripped me out. I couldn't handle it. It's too new for me, too spooky. But yeah, you can select anything in this overview and warp to it using these buttons like I just did there, but it explains all that in the overview. Right. We're going to get rid of all of these because we don't need to see all this advertising from other people. We'll actually get a better overview in a minute. I just want to go through the tutorial with the basic overview just because I don't know if CTAC-S will actually work for this tutorial. We'll have to see. Oh, okay. So we've got to go into the agency. Right. Okay. Cool. Just telling us what to do. Got it. So this is a little different. Last time I actually went through this tutorial, it was the Inception one, which was a little more story driven. Yeah, this is something that will come up for missions. You don't even have to go through all of the journal system like you used to. You can just click on that little bit of text and it will initiate the action for you here. That isn't something you should get in the habit of doing though. So we're going to use other systems as we go forwards. If I'm doing anything that you guys have questions about, feel free to leave them in chat, by the way. This is just the tutorial, so there's not too much going on here that's going to be new for you. Yeah, you just got to kill all of these bad guys. We're just going to do the tutorial because it's probably one of the best ways to get the starting money in the game. So you can actually do things. Right. We don't want to... Here it tells you to orbit at 500, but we don't really want to because we have a lot more range than that because we've got a railgun. So we're going to orbit at 500 instead. Sorry, we're going to orbit at 5,000 instead. don't have to use the right-click menu as well. You can use this, the radial menu, which is technically a bit better for that sort of thing. You can also set your defaults here, which is what I do when I'm in PvP. There we go, we'll go back and loot those wrecks as well. Something we're also going to do is we're going to check our skills. Now, for people who aren't super familiar, skills in EVE, they train in real time, and you don't lose progress in skills if you die, or if you stop playing the game, or if you swap to another skill. So it's always worth just having something training, even if you're not really sure what you want to do. And we aren't really sure what we're going to do at this point in the game, because I haven't decided yet. There we go. Right, let's go to the agency. Let's check.
Skill training completed.
Ooh. Okay. So the next thing, I suppose.
Drive active.
Next little mission. But yeah, for now we'll just train some spaceship command. There's probably some, yeah, here's some smaller skills that we can train as well. These are just skills that you're gonna use pretty much no matter what you end up doing later on in the game. Like all of these support skills are something you're gonna want to max out over time. But we have 1,000,000 SP to spend because we started using a buddy link. But that'll take us some time to really get to. You can't even just, even if you have 1,000,000 SP, there's only so many skills you can spend it on, and you want to try and spread it out well. So you can do a lot of things better, rather than one thing really better. Yep. We're just shooting the target closest to us, and then we'll shoot the target further away from us, just like it tells us to. Use the radial menu for that. If you want to know how I'm locking them, I'm holding down Control whilst clicking. I'm very used to using that shortcut, so you can use the selected item window for that as well. Let's get our AV on and move a little faster. But yeah, I guess the real question at this point is, what tutorials do we do? Because you do want to do some of them, because like I said, they're the best way to earn ISK easily. Like, you're going to get your first 1,000,000 a lot easier doing the tutorial missions than you are doing something like level 2 missions. Okay, now it's going to try and teach us skill training. Okay, cool. And skill cab. Right. Oh, so it told us to do Spaceship Command, and we already did Spaceship Command. Amazing. Cool. Now we go back into everything. But yeah, like I was saying, you just want to try and have a... Okay. Just gave us a new skill. That's new. I'm not used to that, but hey, I'll take it. So that just leveled up the skill that we need to use these guns, which are hybrid turrets, because that's what Galante primarily... Well, Galante primarily use drones, really, but they also have a lot of bonuses to blasters and railguns, which are hybrid weapons. It'll be interesting to see how long this actually takes. I've not run this tutorial in a while. Ah, spooky. This one's further away. Yeah, it's just teaching us the very basics of lock-in, shooting and moving, which are admittedly what you'll be doing a lot of in EVE if you follow the basic path. But I don't think we're going to. I don't want to just go through missions because that's not the best way to spend your time in EVE, at least in my opinion. You know, one of the things I wanted to really do a little bit to dispel the myth of is around, oh, you need to play EVE for hours to really get anywhere. And I want to see what you can do in about hour 30-minute long sessions, you know, once a week. I reckon you can go pretty far in doing that, actually. If you try hard and you're not, you know, if you're willing to accept a few losses, which will almost certainly happen. There we go. Ooh. Another angry space thing for us to kill. Yeah. But no, we'll have to think about it specifically what. I'm pretty sure exploration is something we've got to do. Salvaging is probably another thing we're going to definitely try out. What else is there? We can probably do some combat sites actually. Those are fairly interesting. And definitely do some abyssals at some point, but abyssals are pretty difficult. You know, I don't want to go into them not actually knowing what I'm doing and feed away like all of the ISK I've made at that point just in T1 cruisers because I'm a bad, which might otherwise happen. Okay, test the afterburner. Right. There we go. Been using that for a while. Cool. Something to know about afterburners, by the way, is that they do actually make you enter warp slower because they give you more inertia, so they make your ship weigh more when you use them, which makes it turn slower. So that's but you can also abuse that in its own way with like micro warp drives. If you one cycle a micro warp drive in a ship that takes more than 10 seconds to warp, it will generally warp after the second cycle ends, and that can easily save your life. It's saved a lot of my ships over time. Ooh, hey, here we go. A spooky spatial rift. Let's have a look at that. Hell yeah. Yeah, we just got to move into the range of this thing and kill it once again. This is a lot more difficult if you end up in one of the ships with the shorter ranged weapons, like water cannons or whatever, because it'll take you a little longer to get into range and start shooting. But I'm pretty sure this is what happens to all of the races. Oh, it's time to upgrade our ship. We want to dock at a station. So it hasn't highlighted this for us there, but what we need to do is we need to find one of these squares on our overview, those are stations, and just hit the dock button. Did explain that a bit before, but it's not pointing that exactly out to us right now. I love the EVE soundtrack though. The OG EVE soundtrack is just
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. Well, what's it going to try and tell us? Okay. Oh. Go away, it's advertising to us. No, I'm good. Came here to
Skill
accept.
training completed.
Okay. Right. Right, so this is the fitting window. This shows us what's going on with our ship. Awesome. Locate it and right click unfit. So you can do that, or you can drag and drop. Drag and dropping is a little easier. We'll put in a few bullets. Brilliant. Now something to note here is that we do have like 3 slots empty. That's not good. You don't really want that going forwards in Eve. But we don't have anything we can do about it right now, so we're just gonna move on. Okay. Ugh. Gosh, it's been a long day.
Skill training completed.
Right. We have an attack on SOE research station by the Seekers. Been searching for the station all along. Go there and destroy the threat. Do you reckon we'll be able to take them, people? Because I'm pretty sure we will. You can also group these by just either dragging one on top of the other, or by using that button, which groups all your weapons. So you don't have to press them individually, like a caveman. That's the 1,000,000 skill points that you get for signing up with any referral link, by the way. We'll go into how to deal with them probably in another stream. Or we'll use them as we need to use them. Anyway, this weapon has a lot lower of a range than the other one we were working with, where we could shoot from about 5,000 away. So we're going to need to get up very close. I'm just going to hit approach on these things. You'll see that we're just not going to do any damage until we get around 3,000 meters away. Boom. Riveting gameplay though. See, once we get on top of something, things explode very, very quickly, but we gotta wait until that happens. Alright, we've killed everything. No, we haven't. There's another doodad. Just spawned. We can move there as fast as we can. Sorry, the default overview just weirds me out a little bit. We'll sort that in a moment. I think this is the last mission in the tutorial. Yep, it is. The Battle of the Ruins. Last thing we have to do. Then we can go through to the tutorial missions, which oh, there's something. They're very old, is the problem. But I think we can get through them. Yeah. Look at that. High octane action. No, he's sig tanking us. Stop that. Stop that at once. What I just did there was I switched to keep at range. That reduces your transversal, so it means you will get less misses, in theory. I say in theory because it's not... Oh my god, I swear. Okay. My bad. There we go. Alright, well that happened on stream, so I can't even pretend that didn't happen now. Great. Amazing. It just took me like 3 minutes to kill a single rat in a noob ship. Spectacular. Hey! We got bounties though. For the first ISK we'll ever earn, like 70,000. Nice. Anyway, there we were just briefly bumping off of that bit of geometry. We can manually pilot around that in future. Just slowly, slow boating as slow as is humanly possible towards this thing. Again, riveting gameplay. It's a good thing we have the afterburner. If we didn't, there'd be no hope. Why does this take so long? Look, we're actually finally going to be able to do some damage. Amazing. That one was a lot less painful. Here we go. Now we got an actual fight. 4 of them. Okay. We can take that. Can't believe we just sat there and got sig tanked by a rat though. It was so bad. That rat was probably better at solo PvP than I will ever be. Yeah, these things should be relatively easy to take care of. Again, just keep them at range 1000. Do our DPS. I don't think we can overheat yet, so... If we had a slightly better skills, we'd actually be able to lock them all up, but we don't. Alright, so this thing in the middle, by the way, that's our health. So most of our health is actually in the final bar, but ideally you don't want to take final bar damage, because if you run out of that, you immediately die. And the ship you're piloting is lost, and all hope is forlorn. Not really. But, you know. Definitely feels like that for exactly 10 minutes after you lose a ship. Here we are. Should wrap up this one. I'm not going to bother looting all these, it's not worth it. Maybe the ones that are close. Ooh. Free afterburner, why not? Also, if you click to loot on something that's out of your range, it will just automatically try and fly you over there, which is nice and useful. I guess we will take everything. It looks like they've all just got one events. Okay. Agency and our career awaits. Okay, so what's that gonna do? Agent mission. Alright, so this shows us to the career agents tab. Brilliant. Well, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna select military, we're gonna set our destination, and we're gonna go do some tutorial missions. What this will do is this will highlight the gates that we want to jump through in yellow, and from there we can just click on them in the selected overview tab, and hey presto, we'll be able to move in that direction. Yeah, we want to go towards these tutorial things right at the start because they're better money than the level 1 missions that you'd have to do otherwise, and they give you better rewards. That's pretty much it. After we finish these though, we should have the tools to really start cooking in the game and making a bit of content for ourselves. Because you'll end up having like 5 or 6 million from that. I just don't remember how long it actually takes. Because I remember the tutorial missions being like, oh boy, I spent a couple of days doing those when I was a new player. But I don't know if that's just me being bad or not. So it's going to be fun to find out.
Warp drive active.
I see that we've actually got a reasonable amount of viewers for what this is now in the chat. You guys here just to watch me fail at the tutorial, or are you new players, or have you been through the tutorial yourselves? Do you ever get stuck on a mission? Anything like that? I guess not. Anyway. Just head. Ooh. That was very loud. What was that?
Warp drive active.
Hey, someone followed me. Thank you very much, Bad MacTuck. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let's get ourselves to Custa, which is the tutorial NPC thing. This specific system will be different for anyone who tries. Oh, I know what we need to do. We'll do that after we dock up here
Warp drive
and get
active.
our first mission. Maybe saying goodbye to our Veleta soon as well. We need a real ship. One that'll blow up.
Docking permission requested. Docking request
Ooh.
accepted.
Right. So we are going to talk to this guy. It's telling us to do that here. You should double click on them. Hit accept. We want that railgun. Cool, it's just in this system. Right. So before we do anything else after we undock here, what we're going to do is we are going to open up this. That's where the mission thing comes up. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to open channels, and this is how you join any chat channel that you want to in Eve. What we're going to do is we're going to type in Z tag S overview, and this will bring up a, I'm sure, very confusing looking set of links. But what we're going to do is we're just going to hit Z tag S core, and then we're going to hit CS. Either of these is, any of those is fine, but I'm going to pick that one. What this does is this gives us a whole new extra list of stuff we can take a look at here. I don't care as much about angular velocity, but what this will do is this will this is our combat one, this is our travel one, then you've got some various other ones like things that will make it easier for us to find a warp out, things that let us see friendly people, etc, etc. And then we can just close that up and not worry about it. But that's super important just for making Eve a little easier to read. We are going to remove mobile depots by right clicking and just removing them though, because people use them for spam and I don't care to see them. Anyway, let's head off to this mission.
Active.
This is just something that will mean that it's a little easier to read what's actually going on in the game, especially for a new player. It's going to make sure you don't have things like friendly people in the same militia as you showing as red and flashy and all spooky because they have bad sex status and things like that. Anyway, this is just going to be a continuation of... Oh, it doesn't? Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Bad Mac. We'll have to make sure. Yeah, I've died to those already. Not in this tutorial, just in generally playing. I guess I can show you how to do that, actually. So, whilst we're attempting to kill this rat, what I will do is I'll show you how to change things. It's in... I believe... Oh god. Yeah, here it is. So if you go Open Overview Settings, Tab Presets... Oh god, there's a lot of rats here. That's fine though. You can take a look at NPCs. No, that's not it. It's Entity is the one we're worrying about. This will show you all the things that you can potentially ever want to see in EVE Online, which is amazing, but also incredibly confusing if you're trying to navigate it yourself. I don't know. Is it it's invading, isn't it? Yeah, invading precursor entities. So we want to check that box to make sure that we don't get ganked by rats and wargs. See guys, EVE is totally newbie friendly and uncomplicated. Gotta remember to understand how to set up an entire part of your UI, or you might die. The likelihood of you running into those as a new player is super small, to be fair, but no, it is good advice. Yeah, here we can see that our main problem is just getting to these things because they're so far apart. But we're just going to kill them all. It's not a hard tutorial. They're not even leaving Rex. Wow. Incredibly lame. Something you can also do is you can edit up this, which is your neocom, or your sidebar, as most people will call it. We're going to drag down and make sure we have our wallet here, so that we can hover over and see how much money we have. Is there anything else we want to put down there? I like having logs and messages up so that I can read stuff. This isn't super duper useful, but it can be at times. Like if you're wanting to find out what gun someone's using or whatever. Yeah, just gotta grind through these early parts of the game. We could probably buy some stuff at this point. We do have over 100,000 ISK, which is, I guess, the minimum to do anything. But we're going to grind up just a little more. Because I'm thinking the best thing we can do for ISK on the second day is prepare to do exploration today. And then next week when I come back to the character, do the same stream again. I'm hoping to do this like weekly. I don't know if we'll do it at the exact same time, but it'd be kind of fun. Alright, you can see up here it'll tell us that mission's complete. You can also use the journal for that, which is what I'm used to. It's really weird. That's old school. But this is how I remember doing missions back in my day. It's cool that they actually just have it in like a head up now. You can also rearrange the order in which these things appear by just dragging and dropping them, in case anyone didn't know that. There you go, that's the way I like to have it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Thanks, Hercu. If you guys do have any questions though, feel free to leave them in the chat. Alright, now we're just going to complete our mission. We'll get our things. We'll accept a new mission. And yeah, that'll get us an Atron, which would be great. We'll have an actual ship. Got some ammo too. We do need to... I feel so weird flying a ship without all the slots full, but we just haven't been given the equipment at this point to actually do anything.
Warp drive active.
So now we have a 75mm railgun and a blaster as well. Really doing good on showing a good example for how you should play EVE Online with my split gun setup here. Yeah, if anyone's actually watching the VoD, that's not what you should be doing. You should have the same weapon in all of your slots, ideally. But things are very far away when we're fighting them here, so I'll take all the range I can get. Because the moving is what's taking us the most time in all of these fights. And you can see that gives us a range of 14 kilometers, 11 km optimal. Optimal is where you do the most damage, although you actually do the same damage at all ranges. It's just that you have a chance to miss when you're outside of optimal for things other than tracking. It's very complicated. Just go with what it tells you on the screen. It's most of the time right. You see, we can do tons of damage to this guy before we're even in the range of our blaster. Now this guy's got us though. It's okay though. Dead. Yeah, that's just the basic tutorial. Oh, is it? No, I'm showing Rex actually. Let's find out on that. Ah, we're not. Okay, there we go. We'll add Rex back in. We want to make sure we can loot stuff if... Cool. Oh, just more scraps. We are the scrap emperor though. We're going to have so many scraps by the time we're done. Yeah, there we are. Boom. Bring the civilians. Oh yeah. So the civilians will be in this wreck. Oh, they're not? Okay. Where are they then? Did they get put in our cargo? Okay, they just put in our cargo automatically. Brilliant.
Warp drive active.
We have it open, I guess. Yeah. If this is how long most of the missions take, then we'll probably only get through... We'll get through most of them today. Like I said, I'm trying to do this in about... I'm trying to keep these streams about an hour and a bit long, because I think think it'd be just interesting to see if you can like actually support PvP and PvE doing that just by playing like an hour a week. You know, no hours of grinding, just make enough money to buy some T1 PvP ships, go lose them. Make more money to buy T1 PvP ships, go lose them. Basically what I did for the first 2 years of my EVE career anyway. Thanks, Silent. But yeah, we just complete this mission, we get ourselves an Atron, we get ourselves ISK. Oh, hell yeah, that's enough to buy some actual modules in a bit. Yeah, there's probably some point at which we should... Oh, hell. Okay, so if you want to just... Yeah, what we're going to do there is we're going to open the cargo hold of that other ship, but we're going to stay in the Atron. We also want to get all the modules off it, so we're going to right click, strip fitting. And what that will do is it will take all the guns off of it as well. And then we can just put what of those that we want on our little Atron here. So we're going to have... Oh god, this is an abomination of a fit. I feel sorry for anyone watching this. So we've got 2 blasters, a railgun, and an afterburner, and that is everything. Alright, but this next one will get us more guns. Good, okay. We'll be able to use a full set of the correct guns. Brilliant.
Warp drive active.
Turns out that the EVE Classic experience is just to start EVE again. Because this does just bring back memories. Oh boy, that's actually... We should be able to take that, right? I hope we are. Alright, we'll take out that weather drone first because, man, we don't want to deal with webs. Oh no, I didn't bring iron, did I? Okay. Did I bring any extra ammo? No, I didn't. Alright. Well, I better hope there isn't too many waves to this one. So, what these web drones are and why we're going to try and kill them first is they put a web on us, and what webs do is they make you slow. And being slow is bad, because it means you can't catch up to these other things that try and kill you. Oh, nice. I guess that's the boss who you fight at the end of this. I remember that being a thing. We're just gonna kill him with our rails. There's no reason to waste ammo. Okay. Break you up close. Yeah. He actually talks to you in local, by the way. Like, I'm gonna bring this up and read it. He's calling us pig. He's calling us a pig. What a right dick. We have to kill his friends now. This is so sad. I like to play Dispatchio. Wolf has left the area. Okay. It'd be sick if you could do like the first boss fight there though. Like Dark Souls it. Not that this would probably work for that, but you know. See, we're just going through the content now, like butter. Boom. I'm gonna dock back up. Wait, is there anything else we have to do? Oh, we have to bring the secret. Oh, okay, we got the secret documents. We don't have to loot them.
Warp drive active.
There are so many actual missions where you have to just shoot something to get something and then bring that back, and it's a whole kerfuffle and you gotta know what to shoot. Glad there's none of that in this tutorial.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
That guy writes like the bad guy in the original Need for Speed Most Wanted. Do you guys remember that game? That game was sick. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to take off these blasters. We're going to clear the module group. We're going to put the rails on instead, because rails shoot further and they do pretty much the same amount of damage. We're also going to bring our iron along. We should keep going through these missions until we can't, basically. Because by the time we're done with this, we should have 1 million or so ISK, and that'll be enough to buy us a real ship and go do actual human being things in it. Terrifying.
Warp drive active.
Look at that, a mighty 30 damage a second. Let's go careful, guys. Yeah, I know. It's always time to start flying Rifters again. It's always time to start flying Rifters again. Alright, what the hell am I actually supposed to do here, though? I didn't pay attention to the mission text. Alright. Well, if you like me and bad, you can just do this in future. You can go journal. It'll tell you. Find the Stargate and approach it. Okay. This is the Stargate then. It's all nice and highlighted for us. Brilliant. Oh, that was it. Encounter accepted. Ah! That'll be why then. It's gonna gas us. It's gonna fart on us. Oh no. Look at that. That's gross. I'm gonna pay a wash fart juice off my Atron.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, well, thank you. I will take money for being farted on. We will upgrade our afterburner. We can only have one afterburner for any time. Get our next one. Oh yeah, there we go, another module. But I think we got that straight away. Oh well. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Warp drive active.
The words of a confident man. I'm sure we'll be fine. Apparently he's saying that we're the kind of badass that these pirates want to hang with. Hell yeah. Apparently that's all I need to do, but I'm definitely fighting this guy. You can't put something in front of me and expect me not to shoot at CCP. That's just not. That's not how we work. I think we technically
Warp drive active.
did a side objective there. Yeah, this is going to take us to our first million, which is nice.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
But just you know, got to do that 1,800 more times, and then we'll have enough for a Plex. Oh, just shy. Okay. Let's have a look. Did we get that? Yeah, we did. I guess we'll put it on. I don't even know if we'll use it, but we'll put it on.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so what that is there is it's an implant. We'll go over that when we actually get it, but it's going to make us train a little bit faster. I'm not going to worry too much about the whole attribute system, which is what that interface is with, because it's very complicated and it's not worth understanding at this point in the game, in my opinion. You're not going to lose that much time by not knowing it.
Warp drive active.
Oh man, this really is just like a little mini mission. Keep going to 2,000. Yeah. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to set this up. So what you can do is you can set this to be any specific number and then just click it. Which makes your life a lot easier. It means you have to do less micro. And I'm all about not doing any micro. This is kind of the old school power fantasy. I haven't done stuff like this for a long time. Just swarms of NPCs just dying in like 2 shots. Boom. Yeah, are we just bouncing here? Yeah, we are a little. Oh well. We'll deal with that in a minute. Kaboom. Kaboom. And we're done. Alright, we're going to manually fly around this rock because I don't feel like bumping into it for 7 years. What you can do is you can just double click in space and that's where you'll head towards. We'll move back towards there. We'll hit activate.
Warp drive active.
Go into the next room. You need to destroy the wolf's outpost. Alright, so we gotta lock it and we gotta shoot it. Now cause all his friendly mates to come out, I guess. Alright, we're gonna need to destroy the sentries first because those normally have the most. I actually don't know why I'm destroying the sentries first. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. But might actually be right to shoot these. Yeah, probably is. Get as much DPS as we can off the field and then go back to the sentries. Oh man, these things hurt. These things do a lot of DPS. Okay, but if you get even the remotest bit of transversal, they can't really hit you very well. That's good to know. So as long as we are orbiting them, they're not going to be doing much damage to us. Hey, the game does teach you stuff in the tutorial. That's nice. I need to move out a little bit further though, I think. This will also give us a little bit more protection whilst we move out to a longer range. Oh, there we go. No, I want to orbit you at like 3,000. Yeah. Riveting gameplay, but hey. This is what the early levels of EVA like. Levels. Shouldn't say levels. To be fair, this could be your entire EVE career. There are people who very happily just shoot at mission rats and level up their Raven and have fun doing that. Nothing wrong with it. I'd rather shoot people, because people are, well, you know, people are funnier when you shoot them than NPCs. That's basically the main reason, I think. Okay, that's that mission done. We can dock back up.
Drive active.
I think what we'll do is we'll get to the end of the tutorial missions and then we'll stop today, because we're like most of the way through with them. This will be the 6th one that we completed. It'll go a little over the original hour estimate that I wanted to keep, but hey, I'm sure none of you guys are going to complain too hard about that.
Docking permission requested.
And then next time we will have plenty to do, because the whole wide world will be opened up in front of us. Hell yeah, now we get actual modules. Alright, so we're going to plug this in. That's going to make us train ever so slightly faster, so it's worth us getting. We don't have repair systems level 1. Right, did we get given that book? No. Okay, so we can't use repair systems. What do we need to... Where can I go and find that book in a place that isn't going to be very expensive? Okay. Are we there already? We are. Okay. Is that the cheapest version of it? It is. That's how you sort price, by the way. Right. We are going to make our first purchase. And we are going to get a repair systems book, so that we can start training how to use a repairing system. Actually, what we will do instead is we're gonna inject all of our skill points now. So that's what we get for being invited. No, this isn't going to be a pure missioning character. I would like missioning a huge amount, but what we are going to do is we're going to just do everything on this one character. I'm going to go and make my ISK. I'm probably going to do exploration for a bit, but I also want to try some salvaging. I want to see if we can get money just from ninja looting. I might do ninja looting tomorrow, because that's always really fun when you're training. Just finding ways to make money that's faster than missions, really. Alright, we're just going to put in enough SP to get 2 levels here. It tells you how much to put in there. And that means we can turn this on, and now we can do some tanking. So we can take damage without probably dying. We'll complete that. Oh, can't complete it. Right. But no, if you have suggestions of things that we should look at, feel free to let me know in the future. But I don't really want to do mining because, oh my god, like, I don't think there are people who could watch a mining stream unless it's like 17 raw cores. And even then, you watch it for like 10 minutes to be like, wow, that's really impressive. And then you close it and just wonder what that person is doing with their life. Cool. Well, you guys, I'm sure you guys have sensed the pattern with missions here. You see the bad guy, so you move towards the bad guy, and then you shoot the bad guy. There are obviously more complicated ones eventually, but we'll get to those with time. Oh, there's the spawn. More pirates, oh no. Let's have a look, let's take a nice look at the zoom in. Yeah. Look at that. I've always loved the combat Navitas. Like, I hope we at some point get the ability to fly the combat Navitas as pilot, as Capsuleers. Oh no, I'm locking up a wreck. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, the alarms. Jesus. It's been a while. I've had sound turned off for so long. But yeah, they're gonna eventually get into our armor, which is what our armor repairer, shockingly enough, repairs. Yeah, for now we're just going to be casually going through the last couple of these missions. So we'll just tap this once and that should repair all the damage. Yeah, you can see that. So a lot of people probably panic when a lot of people try and aim to like have a cap stable fit, but realistically you don't need one of those until a lot later in the game. You can just kill stuff and then use that to reduce pressure on your tank. You don't need to be tanking at full capacity for all times. Unless you're in a very bad situation. Although there's obviously the advantage of not having to press buttons, which you definitely shouldn't discount.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
There we are, 7th mission. So we got 2 more to do. We'll do 2 more, and then we will we'll call it quits for today. And when we get back next time, we will go out and do a little more sandboxy stuff. But here we are. We're just getting some Moisk and some O and ODIs. What do you get after this? I think it's in the advanced militaries where you get your first destroyer.
Active.
But I don't know, it could be at the end of this, but I remember getting way more skill books as well, and that's just not a thing anymore. Which is very weird. Because I'm pretty sure they didn't teach you how to actually buy a skill book off the market anywhere in this. Right, so we just got to approach a thing. Is that it? Right, okay, it comes up there. There's going to be bad people, aren't there? Oh, okay, they're going to explode.
Warp drive active.
Cool, we survived. We don't actually need to kill those because the mission's completed, so we're just gonna go back. You know, I'm sure there was like some subplot about how there was a family, an orphan child, and several dogs that we were gonna save, but who really needs to save the dogs?
Docking request accepted.
See, we got paid. It's all fine. That's how you know you made the right decision in EVE Online. You get paid. Alright, and another one. Alright, we'll head to the penultimate location. All these are just people who are in the same new player corp as me. It's always interesting to see just how many people are starting EVE at the same time as you, though. It feels quite... I don't want to say it feels like more active than usual, but there is a decent amount of people. We need to activate the gate, which probably means we have to kill all these other nerds. Because it always means you have to kill the other nerds. Someone's not happy. I don't know if that came through in on my mic, but someone just came through our road burning that. Yeah, I played a ton. We're just going through this tutorial. We're just going to start EVE Online from scratch again. There's not much super interesting. Yeah, someone's horny outside. That's a good one. Yeah. Someone's having some road rage. Not having a good day. Karen's taking the kids again. No, nah, I've never played you before. I'm a totally new player. If we actually pretend that for long enough, people will believe it. Oh no, I'm bumping off the hecking geography. Come on. There we go. It's painful how short your range is when you're just starting off this game. It just takes so long to go anywhere. And then when you do, things just immediately die like that. Woo.
Warp drive active.
No, what are the like good solo things you can do in EVE other than like abyssals and I guess missions and PvP and like Explo? I feel because there's got to be stuff I'm missing. I guess industry and market, but I'm like not good at industry. I could try Expos. It's pretty chill though. Ah, I could go ninja salvaging. Ninja salvaging is OG stuff. Can you still scan Rex? No, I think you have to scan the people and the sites now, don't you? That's the main difference. I wouldn't like... I don't know, maybe I'll suicide gank at some point just to show people how you do it, but... I'm pretty sure it's not, like... CCP doesn't like it when you suicide gank on alpha accounts, as far as I was aware. And, like, you know, I would like to not be banned from the game that I love. That would kind of suck. Do we want to loot? The sad thing is, it probably is worth looting, isn't it? Let me take a look. We'll see what the table's like. Scraps. It's just all scraps, we're not going to bother. There we go. That's not a scrap. That's an actual gun. Okay, so these do have some loot table, but it's probably not worth it.
Active.
Yeah, messing with level 4 motion runners is really fun though. Like you can just go in there with a tornado and just start killing all the triggers for their missions, so that they have to deal with like huge spawns. Me and a friend used to do that when I was very new. Not with tornadoes because they hadn't been released at the time. You'd use sniper hurricanes. Although even then, artillery was just bad because it was pre the long range and medium guns rebalance.
Docking permission requested.
Long time ago that was.
Docking permission.
Am I going to be able to dock or?
Request accepted.
Hello? Am I going to be allowed inside? Thank you. What? Ah, I had to blow up the... You want me to blow up a narcotics lab? No. Why? Why would you ever want that?
Warp drive active.
I can almost feel my wee tie looking at me really disappointed right now. Alright guys, let's just pretend this didn't happen. We're totally just going through this mission for the first time. I definitely didn't forget to complete the final objective. Oh, also for those of you who didn't catch the very start of this, where are we? Where are we? Should be down here somewhere. There we are. Look how beautiful we are. Stale bong water. We're gonna be with each other for a long time. You better learn to love it.
Warp drive active.
She's our girl. Right. So let's just add that to our overview for now. Oh, okay. So yeah, what you can do is you can right click on this and it will let you do all of the things you need to do to it. Include trying to lock it, but we're going to add it to our overview just for simplicity so it shows up here. Now we're going to blow it up. I wonder if it has cool stuff in it. I remember they used to have lots of like interesting drops and stuff like this you could blow up. It's a radioactive cargo rig too. Excuse me? Why is there 6% shield remaining for no reason? So it got a damage cap? Just where CCP got the damage caps from? Oh yeah. Yeah! Drugs! We got drugs, guys. We did it. Sadly, not ones we can actually do anything with, but we got drugs.
Warp drive active.
I concur background music.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, then we got one more mission to do. We'll get a Tristan, but there's literally no reason for us to use the Tristan because we can't use drones yet, so we'll stick with the Atron for now. Sometimes it's actually better to not upgrade, weirdly enough. We need to travel to Mios. Oh no, Tristans are great, but we need drone skills and we need drones to use them with.
Active.
Like right now we basically don't have any guns for them. Or guns, we don't have drones. Mobile guns. Gunlets. Jesus. Thanks Windows, but I think we're okay. What are you doing here, Tristan Burnett?
Warp drive active.
Fair enough. Yeah, we're just going to head over to the place that it's sending us to, and we'll be picking up our final mission. For today, at least. The VNI was a very fantastic ship for being incredibly easy to use, yeah. Hopefully I'll show you some different ways to crab here once we get up in skills. I think we'll actually go to what's a decent local trade hub. Yeah, I guess we will just go to Jissa after this. Because that'll make a good place for us to start the next day. And my whole idea with this is to only play on this character on stream, so people can just see everything that I do to try and play this very interesting game. Yeah, playing skill queue online is something a lot of people do. It's a shame though. You should always be trying to make EVE interesting for yourself. I think it's an important part of the game. Righty ho, let's go through the gate.
Warp drive active.
And oh yeah, someone asked me earlier, is this oh gee, yeah, we're gonna remove. Let's remove those. Okay, now we can actually see what's going on. Yeah, this is just gonna be an alpha account, and we're gonna keep it alpha until it makes itself enough ISK to not be an alpha, basically. I don't want to say I'm aiming to like grind up to be, or do a whole like, I'm going to prove that you can totally free to play EVE Online by never spending a cent on it, but we're definitely going to be Omega for at least some point of this character's history, I would assume. I just don't know how soon we're going to head towards that. Thanks for the amount of people that have tuned in, though. I really appreciate it. Especially for what is undoubtedly the most boring part of the entire game, which is just running the very basics of this tutorial. Hopefully things will continue to be interesting for you. And thanks, Impin Ain't Easy. Yeah. If you want to use something that's pretty close to a VNI, just use a Myrmidon. And thanks just to FreshX as well. Hopefully those ping things aren't deafening you guys. I don't know how they come through on the stream. I'm not very used to streaming. It's still a bit kind of awkward for me personally. I like having a script in front of me. I like knowing what I'm doing. But we'll just see how things go. And thanks, Evanful.
Drive active.
It's a good song. Where was this in the original soundtrack? This is some metal. Hell yeah. Hello, Mr. Fart, Master Fart. I am not really a fellow newbie, but it's always nice to see new players in the chat anyway. I'm a newbie at heart, let's put it that way. Can I get away with that? Yeah. I hope more people try and do this though. I think it's a fun challenge to try and experiment with. Just starting EVE completely again, having to like everything being a bit of a struggle. Because like right now I've got 2 million, and that doesn't seem very much for me. But I know for some people like 10 million, you know. For the first couple of months you're playing, that's a lot of ISK. So it's going to be fun when I get scared I might lose a 10 million ISK ship, or like a 20 million ISK cargo. Because I miss those days, I do. Nice to see some new players helping each other out. Teamwork is a big part of EVE. You should definitely be taking advantage of it where you can. Yeah, always ask people for help, and that the worst thing they can do is give you bad advice most of the time. Just don't give them your ISK. Or your stuff. Whew. Nubo corps can be good for some people, but they're definitely not for everyone.
Warp drive active.
I've been playing for nearly 11 years and I'm still a noob at heart. Like, you never truly learn Eve. That's the best part of it. Oh, it's Wolf. Wolf's back. He's got a webby thing. That webby thing needs to die. I don't like webs. Although it's probably going to be... Once again, it's probably going to be better just to kill all the other things, isn't it? It is. Why am I always so correct with everything? Oh man. I actually do decent DPS here though. Oh my lord. Stop it. Now it's YouTube comments. Ruining my stream. Right, we are getting a little low on here, so we're going to keep an eye on this. This is your capacitor. I'm sure if you've played Eve you know what that is, but basically it's like your mana bar for any other MMO. And when that goes to empty, you can't do anything. So we're just going to spend some time killing this thing so we can actually move and catch up to these things, because they're faster than us when we're webbed. I think we had the option to put a web on the ship earlier on, and we just didn't. Because I'm bad. I'm bad. But it's okay. We have time to kill this. I hope we have time to kill this. Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's my excuse. I'm actually a new bro. I'm role-playing as a new bro. Oh, we get to pod someone. Hell yes. That's all I want in my tutorial. I'm glad they're teaching new players that early. Always pod your opponents. That is an important lesson in life. Unless you're in wormholes, especially if you're in wormholes, but sometimes in nullsec you shouldn't, but podding people is funny and you should always try and do it. Daddy said don't get mad. Yeah, that's in nullsec there are reasons why you wouldn't pod people, but it's okay. We're not in nullsec. We're in highsec. Highsec's snuggly and safe, and on average has had more destruction than nullsec for many years. And now we go home to Kusta. Cool. Oh no, there's loot. We need to get the loot. No, we need to get the loot. Give me the loot. I want the looty. Antibiotics and water. That's just what I want in my life.
Warp drive active.
We're going to repair ourselves up a little bit as we move back. But yeah, that'll be the last mission of the day. We'll go and get our rewards. We'll move to Jitter. We'll sell a little bit of stuff. And then, yeah, then we'll get ready for the next day. Hopefully I'll be streaming some fleets as well. I am going to just try and stream more in general. But I will probably not be leading any fleets on stale bong water for a long time. You need a decent amount of SP to do that. And, yeah.
Warp drive active.
I'll also definitely be showing people like, hey, you can just trade into all of the. Yeah, that's the tune's name. Let's bring it up. Let's see. Look at her, she's beautiful. Not my most inventive name, but I wanted to name it something that's going to be like, it's going to progressively get more and more uncool, like the longer we say it.
Active.
So I guess I'll probably at some point skill into like all of the races. Like I definitely want to do that just to show people that it takes like 2 days to fly pretty much any early ship in the game. But that's effort, and I would have to figure out the skill plan, which we are not going to do today. Anyway, what I will show you how to do before we leave though is just set destinations. If you don't know how to do that, what you do is you type the name of the system that you want to go to. You right click, auto link, solar system. And then you just right click set destination. Oh no!
Docking permission requested.
We're going to go through spooky triangle space.
Docking permission requested.
That
Docking
means that
request accepted.
there's Triglavians there who'll rock your booty if you're not careful, but we aren't in a ship that's going to even remotely get caught by them because we have an align speed of above several days. I guess we'll just head there in a minute. Oh no, now I've got 2 ships in one system. Now I'm conflicted. Which one's worth more? Oh, they're worth about the same. I'm just gonna go in this one. I'm emotionally attached to this ship now.
Warp drive active.
You can see all the people just doing the scanning tutorial right on the undock there. Gotta love it. But yeah, honestly, I feel like going to Jitter should be a part of everyone's tutorial though, because no joke, it is like the most epic thing that you can see the earliest in the game. There is a reason why I always use it for like backing footage in my videos, and it's just because there's nothing like it in any other game, is there?
Drive active.
Just this huge marketplace, but like everyone in the marketplace is a real human. That's just something that I've always found like just super cool to look at. Maybe that's just me. Destination system is currently being invaded. Fucking yeah, boys. We'll go into that. We're gonna make some money doing that, actually. My boy Ashtarothi tells me that's a thing. Oh boy. That's just what you want to see when you jump through a gate though, like the wrecks of people who've definitely gotten eaten alive before you. That fills me with confidence and glee.
Warp drive active.
Oh god. They lock quick. That's a bit spooky. But no, definitely, yeah. Everyone should see 4-4 as soon as possible.
Warp drive active.
Because it's just, you know, They didn't lock me at all that time. Are they busy shooting someone else? Who knows? It's Eve NPC AI. Oh, the shack. That's a pretty ship. Boy, I sure hope I get to fly one of those one of these days. See, I'm a new player. Okay, what is this just a fight on the gate? It is. I don't have brackets turned on. I'm just gonna turn all those on. There we go. That is a lot of scary frigates.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. Probably need to remove refineries or something from my overview because it's getting very cluttered. That's always a hard decision to make. Oh lord. Okay, well, that came out of nowhere. But yeah, there's a ton of refineries and Athanors in any 0.5 near jitter. Some of the best crabbing in the game, from what I hear.
Warp drive active.
There are definitely some system names in the Caldari systems that I believe were just designed to punish me for being born. And I'm glad that I've never lived in Caldari Losec, because pronouncing some of these names would actually cause me to have an aneurysm. Like, how are you supposed to say that? Junigaishi? Junigashi? Jamunji?
Warp drive active.
Who knows? I guess rip my dreams of being a Serpentis spy. Just call it Dave. Just call systems I can't pronounce very English names like Bob and Dave, Steve, Terry.
Warp drive active.
Anyway, let's take a look at our scanning skills real quick so that we can sort that if they're bad. Oh, those are not good. Okay, that's what we'll sort before we leave today then. Put in 1 hacking, 1 archaeology, and then schematic terrain fighting. Is that a day? Yeah, it is. It's okay. There we go. You can only have like a day's worth of training on an alpha account for people who don't know, so you wanna try and make it over that. But that should be enough basics. Like, I guess there's probably an argument that we need to get hacking up to level 3, but after that will be maxed out for an alpha. We'll basically be able to do all the scanning we're gonna be able to do. Apart from having like Galante Frigate 4, which we will inject into with all of our SPs, because it's a useful skill for us to have.
drive active.
Rookie help definitely is its channel. Looking for help on finding exotic dancers is a highly important quandary to be solving. Alright, so unfortunately it doesn't highlight the station here automatically, but what you can do is go to this drop down menu and we'll do it that way because it's easier than scrolling through all this list, which is hard to read. Oh, have they put the whole like trade park thing in yet? Because I know they were gonna like make the model way cooler, weren't they? I've been seeing that for years, but it doesn't look like it's changed that much.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Sad boys. Alright, well, let's just Control A. Ooh, Control A. There we are. There we are. This is going to be our new home, Jitter 44. We're going to live out of here for a good while. So I guess this is a decent place to end the stream. If anyone has any final questions, feel free to leave them in chat. But if not, we're gonna call it quits. It's been about an hour and a half. Well, nearly 2 hours now, and I don't want to drag on the stream for too long. So I will see you again next Monday around this time, and we'll be going through. Yeah, the reason why I want to stage out of Jitter is because it's the place where we're going to get the best amount of money for selling our stuff that we collect. Because we're going to be collecting so much stuff that we're not going to be able to just sell it to a local mission market, ideally. And it's also a good place for us to buy stuff. If we wanted to mission, we'd go elsewhere though, definitely. And when will Stale Bongwater fly a super? I think from scratch, I could probably get in a super in about a year. I think that's reasonable. Like, probably not. I'd have to crab a lot more than I intend to, but we'll probably do that. But no, like, next Monday, you'll see me here. We'll be just doing this again. We'll do another hour and a half. And we'll just see how far we can get with a free-to-play character without getting any help from anyone. If you send Iska this character, it will just be sent back to Jin'taan, and I'll pretend it didn't happen in the first place. Anyway, until next time, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you around.